Okay, hello, everyone. So, if you couldn't tell, this account is going through changes. Um, it's been about 5 months since I last did anything, and for the past about 7 months, it's been literally nothing but, like, hello, I'm bored, got any questions for me type streams, or um, the stream where I tested how a new setup like thing, using Gamecaster, and then some. Oh, quit pulling on the cord. Some let's chill and watch stuff streams. But yeah. The last two videos I did was talking about my characters, original characters, and their world, and then a double live where I was asking for help choosing a name for their world. But to kind of go along with the world name change, my YouTube account has also gotten a name change. I used to be Hellsinger Kelthara's Chaotic Space, because I'd post random things like Fenner Nature Center Chapter 3 Part 2. Well, it's Chapter 1 through Chapter 5, 6, Chapter 6. And some of them are done in different parts. Chapter 6 is only 14 minutes and 14 seconds, but yeah. There's also some shorts on it. I don't know if all the shorts got put into the thing, but yeah. Forgotten Deer. Eh. There's, well, nature stuff, a few random videos with my mom, one of my personal tarot readings, and then 3 surprises for my mom. What was the well, 3 surprises for mommy is the title of one of the videos from about a year ago. Fenner Nature Center Dragonfly. A short video thingy where it's a texting thing. I don't remember what it's about. Random music I did on an app. There's 2 of those. 3 random snow videos. My first official piece of digital art that I made. There's a train video. It's just a bunch of chaos. But, yeah. So, what it's kind of changing to is a little less chaotic, so to speak, but also not. Right now, I have technically 3 videos, because there's the, so, there's Informer, Valk for Dragons, a video on my YouTube channel. That was done about a year ago. It's only got 3 views, but there's that. And then the last 2 videos I did, which kinda talk about what I'm gonna be doing. But not really. I chose a name for the world. The name is Chaomagian, and I just realized I never. So I said my past name, but not the current name. So the past name, as a little reminder, so you don't have to rewind. Hellsinger, Kelthara, Alliance, Chaotic Space. Well, I can't remember whether it had Alliance or not, but that was the last name for that name. And now this one is Iklavanalu Durzura Zoutlar's Chaotic Space. And the reason I chose that name was because there are some nicknames I really like out of it, and the meaning of the name, which I can't remember right now. I'll make another video on that specifically. But, my number one favorite nickname out of this is Ikla. I really like that one. But enough about the name change right now. That's gonna have its own special video. Right now it's about the videos, what they're gonna end up being. So instead of like lives where we watch stuff or nature videos or art videos, it's mostly gonna be Minecraft videos now. No, I'm not getting rid of anything I've already done. That's all gonna stay there. But, this account is now gonna mainly focus on the world I'm creating, Chaomagian, and it's gonna be a lot of world testing in that. So, right now I've got, hang on, those 3 videos, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At minimum 11 Google Docs. And that's just Google Docs pages that I've got open right now about Chaomagian. There's a lot to go through. So, for now, I'm not really gonna worry about going through, like, the Lore Randomonium, or the High Noble and Great Ruler templates, or the, anything quite specific that I've created, that I haven't already gone through. But, for, like, the Lore Randomonium, it's 10 pages right now, and so far, I am the only one who has contributed any lore. And right now the titles of that are, for each one, is the Ballet Volcano, Arlas Mountain, Kalahi Mountain Range, Koramar Desert, Malagonar Forest, the Gilry Hills, the Gausfin, the Legend of Cronruncrius, the War of the Species Ends, Lycron the Legion Slayer, and then the Falk for Dragons real version, and the Falk for Dragons Krolos live version. What? Am I not giving you enough attention? Well, I might as well introduce him because he's kind of popped up in the video a couple times. This... Did you really have to put that in my mouth? He put the mic in my mouth. Anyways. This is Prince. Today he's kind of a special guest. He won't normally be in my videos, but today, my sis isn't feeling too good, and he barks a lot more than any of the other dogs here. Like, one slight noise, he's going off. But then again, he is the smallest one here. So, yeah. So that's the lore randomonium as of right now. And then, yeah, you need on the other side of me. Okay. Oh, that got loud. But yeah, that's the lore randomonium, and then there's the high rulers and, well, the high nobles, and then the great rulers. Those are a bit more complicated. Great ruler is the ruler over the continent. High nobles are all the other rulers on the island, and then there's the regular nobles, who don't really need a template. Basically, this world is going to be in the style of, at least I'm assuming, D&D. I haven't really looked into D&D that much. Like, I have a strong feeling that this is a lot like D&D, if not basically D&D. But I'm just gonna read some of the opening statement for Chaomagian, because the actual, like, this statement is going to be posted on TikTok, because that's where majority of it right now. I'm directing majority of the finalized stuff, and this is a testing grounds account. And then I'm thinking of creating a separate YouTube channel just specifically for Chaomagian. So yeah, let's do this. So this is, remember, this is directed towards my TikTok account. Okay, here we go. This account is fairly simple in idea. It's a cosplay/roleplay account, but with the condition that all videos have to take place in Chaomagian, the world I have created. Kinda. I haven't actually finished creating the world, so guess what? You can create your own town/village/city in this world. Please keep in mind, though, that this will be first come, first serve. There are 113 locations, out of which 112 are currently available for you to claim and create. When you claim a settlement, you will have to name it. However, to keep from having repeat settlement names, you will need to get it approved by me. To claim a location, go to this tag or visit me on MeWe. And when I do this tag thing, there's gonna pop up a tag. This world is fairly chaotic. It consists of both medieval statements and more modern settlements. I said statements instead of settlements. So, medieval settlements or more modern settlements. However, none are fully modern, and instead of using electricity, what we would normally consider normal electronics are called magetronics because they work using special magic based wavelengths. They're basically the same as real life electronical wavelengths. And then it says, now let's move on to things that are stable throughout each continent. Goes through that stuff. And then at the end of that it says, well, that's all I can think of that stays pretty much the same no matter what, so let's move on to the basic rules and recommendations. And so then it starts the rules and recommendations. Like, the rules start at 0 and then go to 7 right now. And number 6 has 4 parts, such as number 6 is you can create your own original creatures. However, to do so, you must first request to do so. Second, fill in the base outline I give you with as much detail as you can. If your creature comes in multiple colors, you must state every coloration, unless their colorations are based on an actual animal, and include how they fit into the world. Number 3, be 100% okay with others creating characters from your species. Because if you ain't okay with it, that species don't need to exist. Like elves. There are tons of different types of elves. If you create a specific type of elf, in order for it to be integrated into the world, because those would be pretty easy to integrate into the world. It's one of the basic medieval things. But yeah, you gotta be okay with others creating characters from your species. Now, they would have to... That's why you need to fill in the base outline that I give you with as much detail as you can. Like, every little nitpicky detail. Fill it in. No matter how insignificant you think it might be. Fill it in. And then the 4th part, have it approved by me, the owner of the world. Because if it ain't approved, because I don't want... So, like, with my Falk for Dragons, I have not... They're a closed creation right now, which is why I'm not talking a whole lot about them. But eventually, they are going to be an open species that anyone can create a character with. So far, I have 2 characters using them, and let's see, and 7 possible Falk for Dragons, other ones that I might make that are all siblings, but I'm having trouble with getting all the details, like the Falk for Dragon numbers. I have a Google Docs that is 2 pages long, but it's bullet points. And it basically goes, 3 males survived the War of the Species. That's point 1. And then the subpoint, only 2 are still alive. Crollo and some other. I don't know the name to that one. Okay, and then the next main bullet point, there were 300 mothers who had stayed to watch the 587 eggs and 452 young falcons of different ages. Only 12 mothers survived. 203 of the eggs hatched and survived. 367 of the young ones managed to survive, which was 584 total survivors that are still alive out of the 1,341 who were a part of the Great War of the Species. So, let's just say 274 females and 310 males. I chose those randomly. Falcopers can lay anywhere from 10 to 100 eggs. Their mating season is only once every 5 years. After that, they gain the ability to turn human. Their mating season is only once every 5 years after they gain the ability to turn human at the age of 27. So, add 5. Add 5. And you get when they mate. And then Falcopers went into hiding 2,000 years before the end of the war. Before the war ended. There has been 1,122 years of peace. So, it's been 3,122 years since the Falcoper dragons went into hiding. And so, 3,122 divided by 5 years, because they can only mate once every 5 years, is 624.4. And so we cut off the point, therefore there have been 624 mating seasons since they went into hiding. And that's only an approximation. That's going off of one Falcoper dragon that has turned 27. So, basically not including the 3 males and 300 mothers that were already of age. And then another bullet point, but some Falcopers were too young at that point because they needed to be 32 to have children. So let's subtract 6 seasons for the maths. So 618 mating seasons. I forgot I did that. So 247 females giving birth and raising anywhere from 1 to 10 children each mating season. That would be 618? Oh. So 618 mating seasons would be 274 to 27,400 per season at the very minimum. This would mean that the number of hatchlings by now, not including those from the hatchlings that came after, would be 169,332 at the very least out of the survivor moms only, and 16,933,200 if each was able to have 100 each year. Unfortunately, not all of the children would survive to adulthood. For estimation purposes, let's say 50 to 27,286 would survive each mating season. For the first 6 seasons, it would have been up to the original 300 mothers, giving anywhere from 300 to 30,000 children each year. And so I just did it's 1,800 to 180,000 minimum and max for the first 6 mating seasons. For the beginning, after the first 6 seasons, there were approximately 1,050 moms to start things off, and yeah, it keeps going, and then each mating season, this number would grow, some then dwindle, then grow, but to keep the math simple, let's say that the numbers stayed the same each time. This would mean that there would be at least 648,900 at the end of the 618 mating seasons, and minimum, and a max of 64,890,000 new Balfour dragons at the end of each of those mating seasons. Combine those numbers for the first 6 mating seasons and then the 618. So that would be a minimum of 650,700 and a maximum of 65,070,000. Now, originally when I was trying to do all those maths, so that was the first page. And then I decided, let's try this again. Began with 3 males and 300 moms, which would be, and then 1,039 eggs, and out of which only 587 survived, and the young, which only 452 survived. Then 624 total mating seasons have passed. The first 6 seasons did not include the young. After that, more and are added each time. They produce 10 to 100 eggs, anywhere from 1 child to 100. And then I actually Googled a math thingy to figure out how it would be. Growth rate equals parenthesis present minus past, end parenthesis divided by past, which for 1 child per mother, which would be 603 minus 303 divided by 303, it would be a 99% growth rate at the lowest. And then 100 children per mother would be a 9,901% growth rate. So this is going to take a bit to figure out. I think this would be the right way because it would be first population times percent of growth plus first population to the exponent of total mating seasons, which would be 303 times 99 plus, and it's ends up being on a calculator 8.02638 E, that big capital E, 1734. And so basically that wasn't going to work because that's basically infinity. So I tried using a much lower random percentage that would be more like how many actually survived each year. And each time I got lower and lower. I went to 23% chance. And it still was basically infinity. So, yeah, the first section, that's what ended up surviving. At least as of right now. And then I've got this whole um, the Falk for Dragon revival type thing going on, which is um, I've only got one sentence for it. I got the title and then a sentence. The Falkfurs returned to power is the title, and then it was a warm summer's day and things were going very well for the Falk for Dragons. And that's it. And then a picture of a dragon being dragged out of a cave with an army in front of it, but its mouth is chained shut, so it can't attack, which I've got ideas for. That's what's kind of giving me the ideas for the thing. But anyways, a lot of it is before I can even attempt trying to finish the Falk for Dragons and that, I've got to get the lore finished. In order to get the lore finished, I've got to get the world finished. And in order to get the world finished, I need to know I gotta figure a lot of stuff out. And right now, that's like, I gotta figure out buildings, amount of space, all that. I know that in Minecraft, one block is approximately 3 feet, because the character fits under 2 blocks. And at least in the US, the average is mostly under 6 feet. So if we make it 2 blocks is tall enough for us to fit under, at least most of the people I've come across. But if that, so they're approximately 3 feet each. So I'm just saying 3 feet each. So I gotta figure those measurements out so I can figure out the size of buildings and all that would end up going into the world, like the Darkwell guilds and all that, the castles, all that. So that's where Minecraft comes in with the building stuff, to figure out sizing and all that stuff. And yeah. Once I can figure that out, I'll start actually opening the world up. But first I need to finish creating the world. Now, some of the creatures that obviously are going to be in it, from my ramblings and that, you could probably tell. Humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, probably hobbits, I don't know. Literally anything you can think of, most likely, is gonna end up being within this world. It might be under a different name, like Khajiits, so I think that's how you pronounce it. They'd be under the category of werecats. Basically anything that's, as of right now, when it comes to werebeasts versus the actual thing in this world, in this world specifically, right now, it's probably going to end up changing, but right now, like, anthropomorphs, canine anthropomorphs would be werewolves or weredogs of some sort. Like, okay, so let's go wolves specifically. If it's basically a furry wolf, that would be werewolf. Doesn't matter exactly how it looks, whether or not it's full fur or not, that would be a werewolf. If it's just got wolf ears and a wolf tail, werewolf. If it looks human during the day and turns into a regular wolf at night, werewolf. If it looks normal and then like a normal human, and then on a full moon turns into a savage giant wolf that eats everything, werewolf. That's what, and it goes from werecats to werejackals to weresnakes. Right now, all that's under those categories. Because I haven't gone through and tried to categorize it further yet. But there's gonna be a lot. So, yeah. But yeah, this account is mostly gonna be Minecraft now. For testing stuff for Image, and I've already kind of started, and so I know it might be a little awkward, but I'm not making a new world because I've already got the base outline of something started, and I like where it is, and my computer's slow, and I'm not going to be trying to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. As you can probably tell in this video, it is kind of glitchy. My computer's slow, and yeah. So, thanks for watching this update. Ecla out.